Welcome to Vitamin B with Mohana, where we help you take control of your well-being. My guest today is Dr. Shubhamangalam Sunil, a cybersecurity expert. Did you know in India, in 2024, in the first 4 months, India has seen well over 7.5 lakh cases registered. Just in the month of May, 7,000 cases are estimated daily average. So why is this happening suddenly with a 113% increase across just the last 2 to 3 years?
People picking up the information from social media, invest the money for more than 10 lakhs.
Okay.
That is when the game begins.
So it seems like there's this alternate world or universe that's going on.
Committing the crime, taking the access of your own social media.
When there's an international crime, right? How does India actually collaborate?
It's 424 ladies who have been in this crime.
You know, the irony is we are giving our own information out there without thinking.
You are giving the information to Pakistan. Doesn't Pakistan know that they can check on the Facebook?
To hacking into your accounts, to manipulating your transactions, to actually stealing money from you.
And the money won't stop with 5 or 10 lakhs. It will go up to crores together.
So trading crime is a big thing.
Yes. First thing is, whenever somebody is calling you, why are you not cross-checking that?
Your own, identity theft, right?
Government should have a rule saying that I'm going to block the Facebook at this time.
As a nation, there is a vulnerability that needs to be addressed very urgently.
Urgency is the first thing.
Okay.
Scaring you is the next thing.
People arrived at her house and she paid 20 lakhs to just get rid of them.
There is no one who can arrest you apart from your local judiciary police station.
The cyber criminals, what is the extent of the punishment given them? Is it even defined?
So, is the kids not being targeted? They are.
Is there a city or a state where cybercrime?
I feel that the person who is less targeted is the person who doesn't have a phone.
2021 onwards, but last 2 years it's become sharper.
Highest cyber crime was at the time of Corona.
The stepwise procedure I should follow to ensure my FIR is registered and I try to get my money back.
No, your phone has a biometric. But what about the criminal who is sitting inside the phone?
Government is going to snatch the data.
Have this mantra, stop, think and connect.
So Dr. Shubhamangalam and I will be spending time to understand how we can protect ourselves against cybercrime, which I know is very important to all of us today. So come join us and sit back, relax and join me at Vitamin B with Mohana. Hi Shubhamangala.
Hi.
Welcome to Vitamin B with Mohana.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. How about you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for joining. This is such an important topic for us to be talking, and I could not think of a better person to be on the show. You've been making such a difference to everyone. You're on the radio, you're on TV, name it, and I know. And it's the irony really is that why is someone like Dr. Shubhamangalam on TV, which was less so a few years back, right? And it's really unfortunate that the cybercrime rates have increased so much in the country that it's become so important to have a daily show on it. So how do you feel about that?
Of course, I think most of the people had an assumption saying that first thing is why a woman in cyberspace? That used to be the first question for me whenever it's been me on radio or TV, wherever it is. So, because it's been more than 2 decades, I'm in cyberspace, working on cyberspace with different wings. When we talk about different wings, people feel that whenever it is cybersecurity, they get an idea saying that cybersecurity is all about only hacking. But let me tell you, hacking is only 0.001% of cyberspace. Because today you are listening to me, you are talking to me, you are knowing about me through Google because the cyberspace exists. And when we talk about cyberspace, it's huge. Cyberspace carries everything like your gadgets, your website, your database, your connectivity, so a lot of things. And internet is not cyberspace. Internet is a medium which connects all your devices, all the other connectivities in the cyberspace. And securing that is our responsibility. So that is where I work. So when it comes to cybersecurity and the different wings for that, we see cybersecurity auditing, technology, architecting, vulnerability assessment and pen testing of it, building it, testing it, and we also have a lot of things which involves in designing part of it.
Yeah.
And we have backup recoveries, we call it as BCPDR, which is a very important wing, and I don't see anybody working, very less people are working in that. So if I start counting like that, cyberspace is huge.
Yeah.
So let us give an information to everybody in the globe saying that, hey, hacking is a part of it.
Got
That's
it. That's fascinating.
Because, yes,
Yeah.
because today's AI or your cryptocurrency
Yeah.
are all the part of cyberspace.
Got it. Got it.
So
yeah,
that's the first thing I think the people has to know about it.
yeah. So let's talk about what's actually on people's minds, which is cybercrime, right? I was talking to you before we started recording that on an average, just in the month of May, what is reported is 7,000 cases on an average in India daily. Unreal. But you were telling me that it could be just more, Mohana. It's an average, which I think is an important thing for us to take away. Why? Okay, let's just understand and help our audience understand what is a cybercrime.
Yeah, a good, very good question actually. Because when we talk about cybercrime, it involves where it is, I can say, any of the devices like your mobile phone, your laptops or iPad, tabs, whatever. Either it is a target or it is used as a device. Either the one, it is a cybercrime.
Okay.
So in today's world, we are so much handicapped. Without the device, you can't do anything. Probably if I ask your house address, you will say, hey, I'll check it on Google now.
Yeah.
So that much we are depending on the cyberspace today. So whether it is your data, whether it is your information or anything to know about the world today, you are depending on the cyberspace. That means completely we are dependent on that. So when we talk about the crime, as the world is growing, as the market is growing today, we see that there are so many unemployed guys.
Yeah.
And if you take in India, you know that it is more than 35% unemployment is existing.
Okay.
And the youth, what we are having is 38% in India.
Okay.
So the youngest country, what we call it as.
Sure.
So when we have this educated unemployed guys, they are trying to see that what is that they can go ahead and achieve through the cyberspace to make some money out, which is also getting converted as a cybercrime today.
Oh, wow.
Because when we talk about the cybercrime, it is not only money laundering over there. It's also the data theft today.
Yeah.
Hacking somebody, hacking the devices, hacking the system by itself.
Yeah.
So there are so many different kind of cybercrimes we are seeing.
Sure.
Because India is the first country where we see the UPI has come onto the surface where we started using. I hardly remember the currency notes today.
Yeah.
I hardly remember how it does it.
Holding a coin.
Yes. So we are so much dependent on UPI. And we are trying to transfer the money. We are trying to go ahead and send it to somebody else who is not next to you or for your purchase or whatever it is. But if we calculate, let us take only Karnataka today. In Karnataka, we are having 7 crore people today. That's a population. So if each person in Karnataka is losing 1 rupee per day, it's 7 crores through UPI. So are you going to complain for 1 rupee with the police? You'll say, just now you spoke about how much you lost and how much you struggled to go ahead and get the FIR done. For 1 rupee, if you walk into police station, he will say, Mohana, are you serious about the complaint? So this kind of crime, what we are seeing, where it is only a partial or a slice of the content is being taken, we call it as a salami attack. Because it's not a big chunk what they are taking. In your account, if they take 100 rupees also, you'll be like, Shubha, forget it. I can't go to police and complain. Now I can go to bank because my bank is somewhere in Rajajinagar. My petrol charges, my time, my energy, forget it. So 100 into 7 crores. Just think about the money.
So cybercrime is something where people are getting into your devices and they could have a range of different things that they do to you. That is from your identity to hacking into your accounts to manipulating your transactions to actually stealing money from you. So the degree varies. Am I right about that?
Not only getting into your device, let me correct it. There are people who won't even get into device, but they take the access of it. That's nothing but the social engineering, what we call it as.
Okay.
Because most of the crime today, I see it, they are being well versed in social engineering. Because if somebody calls and says that, hey, see, this is calling from a bank, and yesterday we had a server crash,
Yeah.
and this is your account number, and I see that the money has to be deposited back onto your account now, and we need some information,
Yeah.
like your date of birth and the other things, where I can go ahead and fill in the content. You will say, hey, that's my money, I need it.
Yeah.
And you will start giving the information.
Yeah.
But that's all they need. They are not onto your phone, they are not onto your bank account, but they know how to transfer the money.
Wow. Okay.
So hacking to your brain is also happening in cybercrime today, which is smarter way, actually. Okay. And social engineering in India, it's running, I feel like it's more than 80% today. That's the biggest tool what they are using, because anything related to the current affair, they use it as the key for the crime.
Got it. Okay.
Because we know that in everyday story, every day we are having different current affairs which will be running. If you talk about the state, if you talk about the federal, we'll be having different news, different things running over there. Because hope you remember in January, we were all running behind Ayodhya.
Yes.
So there were so many links which were sent saying that if you want to donate to Ayodhya, just 100 rupees.
Correct. And a lot of people might have,
yes,
and it's gone to the wrong account,
yes,
right? Yeah.
So current affairs are also being used to commit the crime. They have not hacked your account. They have not hacked your device, but they made money.
Very interesting.
So that's cybercrime.
Wow.
So in India, I feel that we have brilliant minds which are running behind all these things, but I hope that should be used in a right way.
Yeah, got it. So unemployment contributes to it, where educated people are pressed to in a different way, make these choices of getting into something like this. People don't have to get into your device, but they can easily take your money by fooling you, utilizing everything that's going on, that's touching your emotion, that's touching your importance that you're giving to a certain current affair. Lot of fascinating things, right? What is the government doing now about this situation? Because they have a digital India agenda. Digital India agenda, especially when I was living outside the country, made me so proud. Yeah, I just realized when you go to Western countries, particularly in number of them, they're very risk averse. They don't want to get into this space of doing digital transactions. Cash is still appropriate, right? But then when you look at India and some other countries, you feel like they're way ahead, that they are able to do this. But cybercrime is today coming in the way of achieving digital India agenda, right? So what is our government of India doing about it?
For this, I think from our organization, from Go Cybex, we have approached government different times. Me being the ambassador from United States, I'm handling the APAC for past 12 years. So my responsibility lies on guiding the different governments, saying that how they are supposed to go ahead and take the cybersecurity, setting up the policies, regulations, rules, compliance, and everything. Since last year, October, I got a responsibility to handle Gulf and Africa too.
Okay.
So when I'm seeing the different countries, the biggest challenge in India is, first thing is, we don't have a cybersecurity ministry.
Oh, we don't, is it? I thought the IT ministry takes care of it?
No, actually, we need to have a separate ministry which falls as a cybersecurity ministry.
Sure.
Because if you talk about Australia today, they do have a cybersecurity ministry. Because when you talk about a ministry like cybersecurity, which is very important to a nation, falling under IT, obviously there are going to be so many responsibilities which will be switched on, saying that, see, whenever you are talking about setting up the policies, rules and regulations, let me take an example. Hope you might be having a lot of apps running on your phone, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever thought saying that, is my government giving any permission or license for these app guys to go ahead and run it? No. You are downloading the apps, and you know that whenever it is an application which has been loaded onto your phone, there'll be a lot of malwares, there'll be a lot of virus which will be involved in that, which might take care of your whole phone.
Sure.
So who is responsible? So the biggest challenge with these things is, if we have the right committee and the government, then we'll be having a regulation saying that, hey man, if you are supposed to go ahead and have the app in your Play Store, you need to get a license for that, where we will be doing the testing, saying that a VAPT, like vulnerability assessment, will be done. There will be a back-end check, auditing, everything will be done. Then I'm going to allow you.
So we don't have a ministry.
Yes.
But are they, given the fact that last few years it's been insane in terms of numbers, right? Such a sharp increase. What are they doing? I heard that actually having a team that's looking into this, right? And that's really a vague thing to understand for a common citizen, right? So,
To be very frank, yes, of course, we have to fasten our work.
Yeah.
We need to expedite it because, see, you know that we are using the 4G. Shortly, we are going to run with the 5G, and we are already with a couple of the services. We are running with the 5G, and Japan is already using 5.5, and they are expecting 6G. With the speed of 6G, are you going to take the decision in next year?
yeah,
No, it has to be done in days and it has to be executed because 1 minute in your cyberspace carries a lot of value of it.
Yeah.
Because each packet today, we call it as a packet. We talk about the traffic, we talk about the packets. So we'll be having close together packets which will be running. Each thing has to be monitored. Each thing has to be picked up saying that what is that which is hitting my country?
Yeah.
What is that which is going out of my country has to be monitored. And if you delay in that and say that I'll take the decision, I'll just go ahead and have these things in my table for the discussion for next 2 months, 3 months, it won't work.
So you feel like they're trying, but it's not enough?
I feel that they have to be little fast in this because the day when they came up with the Digital India, they should have come up with a
cybercrime thing. Because, I mean, if you just think about it, it's a very natural consequence of going digital, right?
Very
that
true.
you have to, if I'm making a transaction, I better know if the transaction is cheated upon, someone's there to help me and support me. Like London's a great example. Wherever you go, there's a lot of cybercrime.
Yes.
But in minutes, the bank is enabled to track it. They call you and they revert your money also. The bank is authorized.
It's a due diligence.
They just know how to do it. I don't have to go file an FIR and this and that. So it's a very self-sustained process, but it's mature. Their banking systems are mature enough to know that digital transactions, like it's been there for a longer time, I think. Here, on the other hand, with the volume of people doing it, I'm really surprised that we are not talking about a concrete step that the government is actually coming forward and saying that, hey, we are doing this, right? So I hope with all the crime rates that are going on, there is sufficient attention.
We need to, because the problem is with the cyberspace, in India, as you know, the internet is not that expensive.
Yeah.
We are having the internet being running behind us and it's a backbone for us today.
Yeah.
So whatever I do, whether it's my education, entertainment, transfer, whatever it is, I'm using the internet. That is my cyberspace. But when it comes to the security rules and regulations, we call it as a compliance rules, regulations. I still feel that there is a gap. That gap has to be filled, and you can't wait for a long for this. You have to be little faster compared to any other country today, because we are having the UPI, and when it is an election, we are already using the electronic machine, because still in US it's a ballot paper.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
It's still a ballot paper. But in India, we are already on the electronic voting machines, EVRs, which are there. It's been more than a decade now. But when it comes to cybercrime, I feel that we have to buckle up and say that yes, we are. Because Digital India has made every person today, even the uneducated, are using the phone. But how much they know about the cybersecurity? Zero. Awareness spreading through government, I see it is only 1%. Because awareness has to be raised. And in each school or college today, always whenever I suggest them, wherever we sit as a consultant, we say that for your schools or colleges, please involve cybersecurity awareness program on weekly basis.
These are fundamental things with the changing fabric of the country, right? So Shubha, tell me, when there's an international crime, right? How does India actually collaborate? I'm sure it works with your Interpol. How does that mechanism really work?
See, we know that whenever we are working on the cyberspace, we don't have a barrier for that, because the Google, whatever I'm using today, the server sits in US.
Okay.
And any other facilities, the server might be sitting in London or China or some other place, or even in the Afghanistan. So no doubt about it. The servers are sitting in different places and the connections are being circulated around the globe. So the crimes are happening. Say that tomorrow there is a crime which has been committed by some app, and they finally say that the app doesn't belong to India. We don't know the owner, we don't know the creator, we don't know who have developed it, because it doesn't even belong to India. But still we are using it, right? In those cases, yes, Ministry of Affairs, they do get involved, Interpol get involved, but still getting the issues resolved is taking time.
It's taking time.
It's taking time because of the different set of treaties, whatever we are signing. As you know, in China, as of today, Google doesn't work. because they said like, I don't want Google, I'll have my own.
Yeah.
So I think in India, most of the Indians, we Indians, in fact, we don't even know that we have our own operating system. We are depending on Microsoft. How many of us are using Microsoft or the Macintosh?
Yeah.
The two operating systems we are fascinated with. But India also has its own operating system. Let me ask the question, how many of you know about it?
Yeah, true. True.
It's called BAS,
Yeah.
Bharat Operating System. And nowhere we are using it.
Okay.
Why don't we build our own?
Yeah.
Because once we are developing, setting up the security for that is going to be easy, but making our Indians, that's our own citizens, to use that is the difficult part for us.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Second thing is, whenever we are seeing this international and the communication between the international servers or the services today, we are not strictly following saying that, hey man, if you are going ahead and having your service given to my citizen, this is what the condition you have to follow. How many of us are doing that?
But because of that, the international crime reduces if you actually have.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Because see, if I say that I don't want to have a traffic which, say, the gambling one, I don't want to have the gambling one which is going and starting from China. I don't want this traffic to be hitting my India, closed. They can't go ahead and do anything over that. So we need to come up with these things, because I see the entertainment industry, especially the film industry today, they are failing, they are losing money, because most of the new movies are getting hosted in China server.
Oh, okay.
People are not going to theater, and I pity the producers today because they are losing money. That's because the pirated movies are already on the China server. So how can you stop it? Go ahead and say that I don't want this IP address to be there. Just block it.
Wow.
So we do have that option. Only thing is, government has to be little serious on all these things. And as I said, this can be done once we have the ministry in place.
Correct.
So once the ministry in place, it will be concentrating only on the cyberspace.
Yeah.
There is no need to be bothered about the other stuff, because whenever we talk about the IT, they have their own work to be completed over there. They can't take an additional added on. And cybersecurity is not a small portion or a wing which can be attached to anything.
Yeah.
It's an ocean by itself.
Yeah.
So it needs to have its ministry, and the person who's going to head it has to take care of so many things under it. And we don't want some minister who doesn't even know about the cybersecurity sitting as a minister here.
Yeah. No, of course, I understand.
That's going to be a tragedy again.
Yeah. So which country is the easiest? Which country is the hardest for us globally to interact with when there's a cybercrime?
I feel most of the countries nowadays, they are responding, but still, say that, for example, it's been a month before I had a health sector professional who got stuck into a cybercrime. We hope most of them, they will be knowing about the Instagram, pause challenge. So in the pause challenge, they will be having a woman picture added on as a video, where the first picture will be a regular one, second will be the nude one, third one will be regular, and the same thing will be swapped on.
And how do you hold it and then that comes up, right?
No. Okay. You have to go ahead and pause exactly at the nude picture, take a screenshot and paste it back on the comment. So that's the challenge. A stupid challenge, I say that.
Oh, okay.
Because you are putting somebody else on this, and actually, if we
are got cybercrime for that.
It's a cybercrime, and most of the women have faced the issue because of this. Because a couple of the women pics were picked up from their social network, from their own Instagrams, Facebooks, LinkedIn, blah blah blah. And they have actually masqueraded the pictures, and they had made this pause challenge, and that was the 30 seconds video. So with this, lot of women had an issue. For this health sector lady, she had gone to every police station saying that the video is being circulated to more than 1 lakh in one night, and it had been more than 20 days. Nobody is able to pull it down, because if that has not been done, she was married just a year before, and she was so scared. She was telling like, madam, I don't know what's going to happen if somebody comes to know in my family. And she used to get scared, saying that I am scared to pick up a call, because if somebody is calling and saying that I saw your pic,
that's so sad.
So she said like, I want this to be pulled down. And that can be done only once you can go ahead and talk to Meta, pulling that down. Strictly, a police officer can lodge a FIR, push it to them and say that, hey boss, you need to pull it down. but Meta is not responding because we don't have a proper treaty between them saying that how we are going to have them with us.
Okay.
Even the Facebook.
Yeah.
Because there are so many sensitive information which are being posted on Facebook or Instagram today, which is not supposed to be.
Correct.
The biggest one I remember is Mr. Abhinandan's. When he was stuck in Pakistan, they were all the so-called Indians. I seriously say that so-called Indians because they posted about Mr. Abhinandan saying that what is his family, where does they stay, who is his wife, what is the address with their house pictures.
It's really sad, right? And it's very scary.
And let me ask you the questions. Are you really the Indian citizen? Because you are giving the information to Pakistan. Doesn't Pakistan know that they can check on the Facebook?
Yeah.
So shame on us.
Yeah.
So these things has to be blocked.
Got it. Yeah.
And there will be so many community-based fights will be going on. In that time, government should have a rule saying that I'm going to block the Facebook at this time.
Correct.
I don't want anybody to post any sort of nuisance over there.
It seems like there's this alternate world or universe that's going on.
Right.
Where we don't have any control over it.
100%.
It's just too evident now. And you know, the irony is we are giving our own information out there without thinking about how badly it can be utilized as well, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, I just want to sort of take it a little deeper. What kind of crimes are happening? Cyber crimes today. What type of cyber crimes? Can you help us understand that?
I think if we start talking about that, it will be days together.
Like, let's bucket it.
I'll
like,
just bucket it
social
to
media or this. Yeah.
So if we talk about the social media, there are so many things happening. People picking up the information from social media, committing the crime, taking the access of your own social media and asking somebody for money or the data or the access. That is happening, and it has been a very quite old crime. And now, if I see that since past 3 to 4 months, the biggest crime what I see is trading. They say that they are from some trading company which has been based in US, and if you invest 100 rupees, they are going to give you 1,000 rupees in one day, and 1,000 rupees will become 1 lakh, and they are giving the money for first or 2 or 3 rounds. After that, they are going to force you to invest the money for more than 10 lakhs. That is when the game begins. So once you invest more than 10 lakhs, they will say like, okay, fine, it has been doubled, and they will show you your account login. They'll ask you to log in, and you will say it's 20 lakhs. And you will start dreaming, saying that, hey, Shubha, you know what, I got 20 and I'll invest that 20 and make 40 and tomorrow I'm going to purchase a SUV.
Wow.
Yeah, that's there. But you can't withdraw the money. Because the moment you see the money in your account by logging in, you will be like, hey, I made the money. But once you try to withdraw the money, they will say like, there is some processing fee. You need to pay extra 5 lakhs. Okay, pay that 5 lakhs. Again, they will say, as this is a company from United States.
Okay.
The transferring fee is somewhere around 2 to 3 lakhs. You pay that 2 to 3 lakhs. Then they will say the account is...
These are actual cases.
Yes, of course.
Unreal.
It is real.
God.
Let me tell you, there is one team. It's 424 ladies who have been in this crime, and they came to me last month. Still the cases are going. 424 ladies together. They have invested. Each one of them is more than 20-25 lakhs.
Oh my God.
All are middle class women, and they have sold their jewelry and all those things, and they are waiting for money.
So trading crime is a big thing.
Yes.
Next.
One is trading. Second thing is online job, the similar one.
Oh, okay.
There also they will say that we are going to give you the money, so they will give you 100, 200, 500 bucks. Later you have been locked over there.
Okay.
Then comes your so-called the data theft, what we call it as. So they will have your own data. They will say that, hey Mohana, you know what, your Aadhaar card is blah blah blah, this is your number and this is your PAN card number, and I see that there is an item which is being shipping from India to Taiwan, and it includes some narcotics in it, some credit cards and some money, and you're going to be behind the bar, so please listen to me, I can help you. So that is where it starts. They'll ask you to come on Skype call, and there'll be a fake police officer.
Actually, and we're going to show photos, right?
Yes, of course.
Audience. So it's actually a cop on the other side, or a bunch of men or women dressed in police outfit.
And you can see the logos behind them. And obviously, you will be seeing like, when did I do it?
God,
how did it all happen? And if I'm going to be behind the bars, what about my family? And surprisingly, they will send you a copy of arrest warrant also with a government seal. So what you will do? So they will force you to go ahead and transfer some money so that they can go ahead and get the issue resolved. And the money won't stop with 5 or 10 lakhs. It will go up to crores together.
My God, when did this trend start of this policing? Because everyone is talking about cops on the other side. I know a lady where they came to her house. They came home. People arrived at her house and she paid 20 lakhs to just get rid of them. So, to what extent can this nightmare go to, right? So, yeah, just to come back, right? It's so shocking. So, you have this crime along with the previous one, and then what else?
So now there have been youngsters who have been targeted with the loan apps. There are
Okay.
so many loan apps which are there in the Google Pay. They will say like, we just need your Aadhaar card and the PAN number. We are going to give you the loan. And
Sure.
the loan starts from the smallest to the smallest as 5,000 till
Yeah.
the 50 lakhs it goes on. So they will give you the money.
Yeah.
Say that if they are giving you 20,000, they will hold 4,000 for
Yeah.
processing fee. They will give you 16,000. So to give back that money, 16,000, after giving back 16 lakhs also, they won't leave you because they would have had the access of your whole phone.
Yeah.
And they will start calling your relatives, your friends, and everybody saying that, hey, you know what, Mohana took loan and she didn't pay. Can you go ahead and tell her she's that kind of lady? She's this kind of lady. Do you want to see that? And they will mark some stupid picture and they will post it to your relative saying that, see, this is the business
Yeah.
she's doing in the night. And with a lot of money, she's not paying the credit, whatever she has taken. All those nonsense they will create.
Okay.
Just because of your reputation, you will start paying them.
God.
And hope you remember, it was in June.
Yeah.
When there was a young, what's his name, Tejas, engineering kid who committed suicide just because of this app.
This incident, right?
Yes. So this has been running a lot, and each time I say that please don't download any app which
Yeah.
says that they are going to give you a loan.
Yeah.
And this actually went into a next level, which I saw that even browsing the app without asking, they will load the money to your UPI and they will start harassing you.
Oh my God. Okay.
So this is raising day by day.
Yeah.
Because these are all the different kind of crimes what they are seeing. Now the pension scheme has
Yeah.
come. They are calling you saying that for your pension, I need to have the update. They are committing the crime.
Yeah.
They are saying that they are calling from a bank. They are committing the crime. And the worst thing is they are telling like they are calling from the medical sector. That is from your
okay.
hospital.
Okay.
Because whenever the data is being sold or theft,
Yeah.
or the data stolen,
Yeah.
whatever is happening through the health sector, they'll be having your data.
Wow.
They'll say that, hey, you know what? I know that last month you had this health issue. I'm
Yeah.
calling from your hospital. I need to update. So that whatever the medicines has to be given, we will be giving you for this discount. But the only thing is you need to give me your OTP.
Got it. So then they get you to transfer the money or they take your money, they
Yes.
hack your account. KYC is another big thing, right, Dr. Shubha?
Yes, of course, because KYC has become something where each bank is saying that you need to do your KYC. But the challenge is, who's calling you? Is it your bank or
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
criminal?
Yeah.
So that is a challenge.
Yeah.
And I feel that people are getting scared with the call because the one thing what they create is urgency.
Yeah.
They will say
These
like,
are the signs, right?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
creating urgency is the first thing.
Okay.
Scaring you is the next thing. Because what
So
I
two important signs.
I feel that not only two,
Yeah.
there are a couple of things.
Yeah.
Let us take one by one.
Sure.
First thing is whenever somebody is calling you, why are you not cross-checking that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If it is a call from your bank, why are you getting scared? Tell them like, you hang the call, I'll call my branch. Simple. Don't walk into the branch. At least give a call.
You call the bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the first sign.
Yeah.
Second thing is whenever there is somebody who's calling and talking about your data, saying that this is what your account number is, this is
Yeah.
what your data
Yeah.
is, all those things, hang the phone and call to that respective service provider, whether it is the bank, whether it is hospital or whoever so it is.
Sure.
Call them back.
Sure.
Next thing is creating the urgency, saying that there is a complaint which has been raised and you have to finish it in another 1 hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Hold.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Let me tell you one more thing. If somebody calls you and says that you're going to be arrested, there is no one who can arrest you apart from your local judiciary police station.
Yeah.
So whatever the complaint, any international complaint, it has to come to your area police station.
Got it.
Only they can come to you.
Got
So
it.
walk into the police station and talk to them.
Yeah.
Simple.
And then you'll know if it's true
Yeah.
or not. The other thing is your own, identity theft, right? This is something that had happened to me a while back, like I was sharing with you. Someone who pretends to be your own family member and says there's a medical emergency. yes, ideally you should be picking up and doing a video call, etc. But sometimes you don't realize it's just your sister, your brother. You don't think so much. You always transact money, right? So this is also something that's happening. So how do we know that? What's a sign? How do we tackle this?
The one good thing is, whenever you are getting these kind of calls, just pause. What I say is, have this mantra: stop, think, and connect. It is stop, think, and connect. So simple is, stop for a while, think, give a call to your cousin, brother, whoever so is, and ask them, are you really having this
Yeah.
kind of issue? Should I transfer the money?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And you were talking about the video call. Let me tell you, we do have the artificial intelligence where the people can use that and do an artificial
Wow.
intelligence used video call to you. So
Oh
you
my
need to be
God.
careful with that also.
So like my brother can just appear on
Yeah,
the other side.
yeah.
So what kind of a this is just crazy.
So
right?
whenever it is an incoming call, just disconnect, call them back.
Got it. So you make the call.
You make the
verify.
call and get it understood whether it is really he. Because what's happening is, from past 2.5 months, I feel most of the people, they are getting a call saying that they are from your department of telecom,
Yeah.
and they are going to disconnect your phone connection because
Yeah.
they see that there are a lot of illegal activities happening with your phone. Don't get scared. That's okay. It's just a phone. If at all, if they disconnect also, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because the way they scare and create the urgency is
Yeah.
where you will slip.
Yeah.
Because slip of your mind is where this happens. You
Yeah.
need to be damn careful. If somebody scares you, will say, okay, fine, I'll hang it.
Yeah.
If at all, if my SIM is getting disconnected, fine, tomorrow I'll get a new one.
Yeah.
Don't be in a hurry. And if somebody says that he's a police officer, customs officer, blah, 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 and he's connecting you on the video call, stop it. No police or police officers
Yeah.
connects to you through Skype or any video call.
Got
They
it.
don't have
Yeah.
those kind
All
of
this
facility.
is super helpful, doctor. It's unbelievable, right? Because daily common people are, not understanding, right? Now, sometimes I worry about my parents, my younger, relatives who are just starting to use money, or they've gotten so old that they know how to use money a certain way. So tell me, in India, who are the victims mostly? So is it more women? Is it older people? Is it younger people? Who's getting impacted the most today? Of course, those with money, but still, is there a subsection we should be thinking about?
Actually, I feel that the person who is less targeted is the person who doesn't have a phone.
Less target. Okay, so anybody and everybody is getting targeted. It's all cross.
It's somebody like, I can say, who's dead. Because nobody is living without a smartphone today.
Yeah.
Anybody in the globe, you ask them, the first thing is they need to have their necessity. Under necessity, it is smartphone.
Got it.
So any smartphone today is being targeted. Because when I talk about the gender, it's everybody. When we talk about the age group, it's everybody.
Everyone.
Because the reason behind that is, when we talk about the students or the young chaps today, you might ask how they are being targeted.
Yeah.
Hope you remember this case. It was 2022. Yeah, 2022. There was a young chap who was very busy in playing. He was like 10, 11 years old, who was very busy in these online games. A lot of online games.
Okay.
So he was supposed to go ahead and reach some target. So he used to get the swords and blah, blah, blah. That is the weapons he used to get. So with that, he was given a task saying that if you want to get the next weapon, you need to go ahead and record your mommy and papa's bedroom scene and give it to us. So we'll give you.
Okay.
So is the kids not being targeted? They are.
Oh my God.
So how much kid knows?
And this kid ended up doing that?
Yeah,
so
ended up doing that. Yes, of course. Ended up doing that. There was a FIR raised. It was on media discussion about this. We had almost like 2 days
That's
discussion.
blackmail, right? It accounts to...
Kid doesn't know what does it mean.
Yeah.
A 10 years kid doesn't know what it is. And the guys who took the video, obviously they started blackmailing
the
them.
family. Yeah.
So there are different set of crimes which is being targeted to each group. Because the pension scheme will not be hitting you because you have not reached that age.
Correct. Yeah.
At the same time, morphing the images and sending it across and scaring you is what is going to hit you.
Yeah.
The pension will be hitting for all the old aged people. So for each set of age group, there is a crime which has been already stitched over there.
Got it. Yeah.
And people feel that, hey, it might be in different country guys only. No, we do have the Indians, because you know that last month we had our minister where he saved 48 guys from Laos and Cambodia.
Yeah.
It was all the Indians.
Yeah.
It was all our own brothers and sisters sitting over there.
Yeah.
because we know that this crime is being created inside and outside of the nation, but the target is we.
It's Indians, yeah.
Because if you ask me the same question, why are they not targeting US? Why are they not targeting some other country? Why are they not targeting China? Forget about anybody else.
Yeah. So why, Dr. Shubha?
Because of the security. Because in China, yes, even I do train the China guys whenever it is required for the Army, Navy, Air Force. It is on the professional training. What we do, we see that whenever you go to China, the China has a separate wing as a cyber security wing and the cyber security police officers.
Okay.
Any given point of time, we have 75 to 80,000 police officers monitoring it.
Yeah.
So that's the power we need here.
Got it. Okay.
It doesn't mean that China doesn't have the cybercrime. They do have.
But we have a vulnerability that we need to address, right?
Yes, exactly.
Got it.
Because we are getting into the pace of where we are targeting, saying that we are going to run with the current world market. Current world market needs the best technology, best artificial intelligence, because I can't stop myself with the currency. I need to go with the crypto today.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much I know about the crypto?
Yeah.
I have seen anybody talking about the crypto, they talk nonsense. How much of that they have understood? Because crypto is a technology. I can use it for a currency or I can use it for something else also.
Yeah, of course.
So people are not understanding.
Got it. Yeah.
Blindly we are running behind that.
Okay. So where in India is there a let me change the question. Is there a city or state where cybercrime, like people who conduct cybercrime or the cyber criminals are actually residing?
I feel that every corner, but to be on the precise of it, I see that most of the North Indian, like Jamtara is a place, we know that.
Jamtara?
Yeah,
okay.
Jamtara is a place in North India. We do have it in Jharkhand. We do have the cyber crimes getting committed from Rajasthan.
Yeah.
So we do have the corners. It doesn't mean that Bangalore doesn't have. Yes, we do have.
We do, yeah.
But when it compared to the size, we are having the smaller bunch of the groups here. But there we are having a full-fledged call centers which are running over there.
Oh my God, yeah.
A full-fledged trained call center is running over there. Okay. But in Bangalore, at least we are safe. We are not having a full-fledged call center set up for committing a crime, but still we are having.
Yeah.
We are having the cyber criminals on every corner.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if somebody is talking to me. Being in this field, I know what's the information I need to give you or which one I'm not supposed to give. Because tomorrow, if somebody walks to you and say that, hey ma'am, I don't know you, but see, my phone died. My mom is in a hospital and I need to make a quick call to my brother and say that what medicine he needs to take. Obviously, you're going to hand over your phone.
Yeah.
But do you know in that 30 seconds, he can go ahead and commit the crime on your phone? No. So those kind of crimes are happening in every corner today.
Yeah, that's really scary. And it's just what is actually the biggest takeaway is that as a nation, there is a vulnerability that needs to be addressed very urgently. Because the last 2 years, 2021 onwards, but last 2 years it's become sharper.
Right? That is because of Corona. All blessing from Corona. Because after Corona, we are depending so much on the cyberspace because we had less online classes.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We had less interaction on the cyberspace because we used to walk into some other person and talk to him. But after Corona, maintaining the distance, it gave a shorter distance on the cyberspace.
Yes.
We started communicating on the cyberspace and dependency became more than 95%. We are almost 99% dependent now.
Right.
Because of that, cybercrime also started. Because the highest cybercrime was at the time of Corona.
God. Okay. During, obviously, we were completely
because
digital.
everybody is sitting at home. Who made the money is cyber criminal.
Yeah, that's so sad because everybody was in such trauma and grief, and this is what was happening on the side. Right? We were helpless. We didn't know how to tackle it. You can't go out and file an FIR. It's painful,
nothing.
Right?
Because I still remember at the Corona time, they sent the link saying that if you want to go ahead and have a medicine for 300 rupees for Corona, click on the link and pay.
Oh my God.
300 rupees and Indian
Sometimes
population.
Human nature is so, it's so evil, it shocks
because
us,
the biggest challenge at that time was how to save myself, how I'm supposed to be alive for the next year.
Yeah. So it's always tapping into that weakness or that addiction or that vulnerability you have, right?
Yeah. Very true. Yeah. Because today's cyberspace, I feel that it is very strong.
Yeah.
But we as Indians, we have to be knowing how that needs to be used.
Yeah.
and we need to have this rules and regulation in place, and we need to have the cyber law which is going to be very granular,
Yeah.
because the cyber law as of now what we are having, it's not very strong.
Yeah. Okay.
Because for hacking we are having only 46, 46C, 46B. No, under hacking we are having several other different sets of hacking.
Okay.
So it has to be very strong, and all the cyber crime has to be punished. That is when the
So that
criminals
was one
will.
of the things I wanted to understand, right? Cybercrime, so cyber criminals. What is the extent of the punishment given to them? Is it even defined?
Because a couple of the crime, the strongest I feel is 10 years of jail and 5 lakh rupees of
Fine. That's it.
That's
but they
all
would have
right.
siphoned off a lot of your money.
No. So that is where I'm saying we need to have a very granular level of cyber law. That means a very strong one which says that, hey man, if I commit a cyber crime in India, I can't get away
So
from
is there
that.
no law today? Cybercrime.
We do have IT Act 2008, which was amended in 2010, and today is 2024. So with today's technology, with today's cyberspace, I need to have the law which is going to fit over there.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Okay, fair enough. So one of the key things is we talked so much about how one can get cybercrime. What are different ways? A lot of cybercrime is about identity theft and taking your money away from you, right? In different ways. What do I do? What is exactly the stepwise procedure I should follow to ensure my FIR is registered and I try to get my money back?
So before getting the FIR, let us see what are the things I need to do as an individual. One thing is know about your phone. Don't have a phone where you don't know what are the security settings you have to do it on.
Sure.
It's useless.
Sure.
Second thing, don't be lazy in making the proper security settings for your phone.
Okay.
Third is have the antivirus enabled. That is a paid antivirus I'm talking about. Don't go with a free antivirus.
Okay.
Have a paid antivirus which is always active on your phone.
Yeah.
Next thing is don't have all nonsense applications.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know who is a developer.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't even know. People ask like, madam, WhatsApp is end-to-end encrypted. I say it's end-to-end, but both the ends are open. Why somebody will develop an application like WhatsApp and give it free for you?
Yeah.
Simple. Let me tell you, there is a very strongest mantra, what we always say. There is nothing free in this world. There is no free meal in cyberspace also.
Okay.
If somebody is giving you something free, so you need to know about it.
They need to. It's done for a reason.
Exactly. Because WhatsApp server has all your information.
Yeah.
It knows where did you do a video chat, what did you do, everything it has.
Of course.
Simple. The same thing with your Facebook, Insta, whatever. Because you feel that I have a biometric lock to my phone.
It's not enough.
No, your phone has a biometric. But what about the criminal who is sitting inside the phone?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So know about your phone. Have the proper antivirus. Don't download all nonsense application.
Okay.
And do have, if you are having the youngsters at home, don't give them the same phone there for their online schools or whatever so it is. Yeah. Please do segregate.
Got it.
Then whenever it is a free Wi-Fi which is available, don't do your personal transactions or personal information exchange, because you don't know how the traffic can be monitored.
Got it.
That's very important. And whenever it is your phone, if you are handing it over to somebody else, know who is he. Or if you have an option of enabling the guest mode, have that.
Do that. Okay.
And especially whenever it is a link, don't be in a hurry to click on that. Always say stop, think and connect.
Stop, think and connect.
Yes. Any link, including the same thing, falls with your QR code also. Yeah. Because behind the QR code, I can have a malware installed.
Yeah.
So don't scan all available QR codes in the world.
Got it. Got it. Superb. Yeah.
Okay. At the same time, whenever it is your UPI, always have 2 bank accounts. Yeah. Most of us, we have one bank account which is going to get connected to your UPI. Let it have only 3,000 to 4,000.
Yeah.
Don't connect your major chunk based money which is having in your account and it is connected to UPI, because you don't know how you are operating it.
Correct.
And if money is being lost, again running behind, getting the FIR done, getting the money back.
Absolutely.
Don't. Or if you know how to disconnect the bank account with your UPI every time, that's a good habit.
Yeah.
But we are lazy.
Yeah.
So let us stick to have the least amount contained account connected to UPI.
Makes sense. Yeah.
That's an easy one. And still today, I see that there are people who go to bank. Please follow that. At least once in a month, visit your branch.
No one goes. No one goes. And
most of them, they don't even know where the branch is.
And most people are actually, honestly and sadly, we always tell our parents, why are you going to the bank anymore? There's no need. and they insist, the older generation insists on going to the bank. They're very firm about that belief, So
Yes.
there's some balance we also need to inculcate, I think.
And whenever it is a large amount which you are transferring, please go to bank and use the
Yeah.
old method of RTGS, not on online, but by going the bank. Because even through the RTGS, you might get faked.
Oh,
So
okay.
you don't know.
Okay.
So if it is a big amount, go with the check, DD, or visit the branch. Follow the old method. And as you all know, on your social network, don't post everything. Nobody in the world wants to know about you. Why do you want to post saying that I checked in this airport, I checked into this hotel? Why?
That's the whole thing. George Orwell, 1984, come true, because then George Orwell had said in his book that government is going to snatch the data.
Yes.
But here we are willingly giving.
Yeah.
That's the irony, right?
And follow the cyber ethics. Say that I'm Mohana's friend. If I follow or if I have the cyber ethics, I will never go ahead and post saying that Mohana went to Europe last night for 10 days. Why? Why are you going ahead and giving the information about her on your Facebook?
Yeah, a lot of things need to be changed. So these are precautions we can take.
Yes, of course.
So what do we do if I'm cybercrime? Now I lost money. I didn't realize. Now what do I do?
Okay. For this, you can follow up the steps. One thing is, any police station, we call it as zero FIR. You can go to any regular police station and lodge a FIR for the cybercrime, whatever has happened. And if it is something like on your WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever it is, especially you need to be very careful with Telegram, because you can go ahead and delete the whole group, or you can't have the connecting information and everything. So take the screenshot as much as possible. And next thing is, whenever it is you being victimized, saying that you are the cyber victim already, please don't hesitate. People feel that it's going to be my a reputation problem. I don't want to go lodge a FIR, or I don't want to go tell anybody, because especially with the young woman today, if she is a cyber victim where she's been harassed, she won't speak out.
Okay.
Because she will say like, if it has been known by my parent, my husband, my blah, 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 what am I going to answer them? What is going to be my reputation? Please don't hesitate. It's not your mistake. And if at all, if it is your mistake also, there is a solution. Don't jump to the conclusion. With this, I also would like to add one more thing. As I have seen a lot of cybercrime, especially for the woman. And me being in the cyberspace for more than 2 decades, I started an NGO which is called as Women Cybersecurity Cell. It is completely dedicated for a woman who feels that she is a victim, which is one of its kind in the world, because we don't have any NGO which has been cybersecurity based. She can always go ahead and talk to us. She can become a member where she can go ahead and run the awareness program. She can get the, skill for the cyberspace. So a lot of things are happening, which is a 13 years old organization today. Any local police station, not only the cybercrime, you can walk into the police station, lodge a complaint.
Sure.
It might be a FIR or a NCR. You have to lodge a complaint. That is the first procedure. And if they say that you have to go ahead and have the follow-up with the Cybercrime Police Station Bureau, that is a CCB, you can walk in over there and get the complaint lodged.
Can we digitally lodge a complaint?
Yes, of course. You can call them and you can digitally lodge it. But still, I would say that you walk in. Because you will get a clarity out of it. As we know that we are sitting in India. So please walk out and ask them.
So cybercrime cell has an office. You can go there, or you can call their respective numbers.
You can call the respective number and go there, or go there and call. Whatever you do, I always suggest that if it is something which is very serious, please walk into the police station and get the FIR done and ask them what is the next step.
And don't be like, don't hesitate, don't feel ashamed. Just go and transparently state the facts and get an FIR, right?
100%. Because there are so many people nowadays, we suggest them saying that if you don't know what are the things that needs to be taken care, we do have the cybersecurity experts. You can reach them, take the assistance, saying that what exactly need to be done. Not only lodging the complaint, there are so many other factors which you need to follow. So take the assistance from the cybersecurity experts, because we are talking about the cybercrime on the individuals. We didn't even talk about the cybercrime for the organizations.
Yes, we're coming to that. So businesses, how can they take care? What are 2 or 3 things that businesses should be thinking about to ensure that they don't face cybercrime?
Very simple is they having their cybersecurity expert on board. We call them as CISO, Chief Information Security Officer. And if they feel that it's going to be very expensive for them, they can go with VCISO, Virtual CISOs.
Okay.
Virtual Chief Information Security Officer.
Yeah.
It's just like having the family doctor to your organization.
Yeah. Okay.
So they will be following it up, saying that what are the things that needs to be taken care in the organization. They will do a gap analysis to understand what is that you have done till today, what are the policies has to be applied, how the devices has to be taken care, what are the things they have to upgrade. So when is that they need to have a testing done, all these things will be done. And above this, if at all, if there is an incident, they know how to handle. Because as I said, if you have your own family doctor, the moment if there is something happened to you, might be an accident or some disease, he knows what is that past history you had
to help.
So quickly he will say like, this is what I need to do. If it is a new doctor, it is going to take time, and time in cyberspace is going to kill the whole thing.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. So companies need to make those conscious decisions to have certain specific roles and departments dedicated to cybersecurity. I remember in all the organizations that I have worked on, startups is the big question still, but you had cybersecurity trainings, and I think that was super helpful. So companies need to do that for their employees as well.
For all the startups today, I suggest them go with the VCSOs. Less expensive, but still you will be secure. First thing. Second thing is, because see, always we need to have the auditing done today. Because in India, we have not started yet. Because in most of the countries, as you submit your audit report, that is your commercial audit report, you have to submit your cybersecurity audit. That has become a mandatory. So in that case, it's going to be difficult once it has been grown up well as an organization and getting the things back. So get the things at the starting, have the VCSOs with you so that there is a proper auditing rules, regulation, compliance, everything in place. At the same time, when you have the VCSOs or the CISOs, they're going to suggest you how to take up the cyber policies also. Because cyber insurance is very important today. And most of the individuals, they walk into me and they will say like, madam, we listen to you on the radio. Now I want to go for the individual cyber insurance.
So you're doing a daily radio on which channel?
I usually be between 9:30 to 11 on 92.7.
92.7. That's where all good information. So all those who are listening can find Dr. Shubhamangalam Sunil on 92.7
Big FM.
That's great. I think that makes a very important, sort of reminder that unfortunately something like this can happen to each one of us. It's happened to me in the past, and I've dealt with it, got my FIR done, and I'm still waiting for the money to come back. So let's close this unbelievably informative conversation. And I think to a large extent, I'm just in a state of shock actually with all the information that you've shared. But it is very important that we know we have presence of mind.
True.
That people are getting harassed, right from fake cops to, like you were telling me, in another room, your husband is sitting, but the wife is getting calls saying that, hey, you cannot tell your husband, but transfer money now because he's got cases against him, drug cases against him. It's so scary, the world we're living in. So you are playing a very, very significant and important role. I hope we can sort of end this podcast on a note of hope, if I can put it. Any advice in terms of how people can work towards getting their money back? And are there cases where people have got their money back?
Sure. There are so many people who have got the money back. We have assisted them, whether it is an organization or an individual today. I'm happy to say that because we went ahead or thought out of the box in Indian way, because handling the cybercrime cases in India is different for me, and with the other countries is different for me. So we have helped already so many cases where they have got the money back. And I say that they have got up to 90% money back. That is the first thing. Second thing, when we talk about the number of cases, as we were talking, as you reminded me about the radio case, show, what I do. It's been 5 years since I'm doing the radio show. On not even one day we have repeated the case. That means you can see the number of cases what we are talking.
Oh my God.
Not even one day we have repeated.
Oh my God.
Since 5 years we are talking about the different set of cybercrime cases.
Unbelievable.
So when we talk about how do we get the money, yes, you can get the money if you can take the action quickly. Because if the cybercrime is committed today, you can't go ahead and lodge a complaint in next month. It has to be as quick as within an hour. We can say that that's a honeymoon period for that. That's a golden period what you get. The moment you go ahead and lodge a complaint, we can get that account wherever the amount has been transferred, we can freeze it.
Yeah.
After that has been freezed, we can walk into the court and get an order to get the money back, saying
Sure.
that this is how the crime happened, where the cybersecurity experts will fall in here, giving the service, saying that they will give the complete evidence, saying that how the money transferred, where she was faked or where she was
Yeah.
faked, and that will be presented to the court.
Yeah.
And the court will give an order to give the money back.
Got it.
But all these things can happen if you follow the golden rule in the golden hour.
Yeah. You do it really fast.
Yes,
Yeah.
you need to be very fast. If you realize that there is a crime which is committed, just quickly walk into the station.
Yeah.
If it is a banking stuff, walk into your bank, lodge a complaint there,
Sure.
lodge a complaint in police station, and immediately ask the police, saying that whether they were able to freeze that account.
Yeah.
And once it is being freezed, talk to the cyber experts and the lawyer, and they get the assistance within less than 2 or 3 days.
Got it. Yeah.
So if all these things have been followed, I'm very sure you'll get the money.
Get the money back. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. So on that note, thank you so much for coming in today and educating us a lot. And people can really tune into multiple ways. You're on LinkedIn. They can reach you on
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. You are available on to be heard on the radio channel. So it was wonderful. I really enjoyed talking to you and listening and really learning a lot.
Thank you so much, because you took up this initiative, which is very appreciable, because yes, this is needed, because until and unless people are aware,
Yeah.
they can't help themselves also.
Yeah.
So putting the word across, I say that always stay safe in the cyberspace,
Yeah.
stay secured, and think about that.
Yeah.
Once you start thinking, that is when you can take, or you can go ahead and have some action against
Yeah.
it.
On that note, thanks again.
Thank
It was
you.
lovely having you on Vitamin B with me.
Thank you so much.